Torque in the background still getting on to these players of FaZe. He's all over TwoEasy like a new pair of shoes at the moment. TwoEasy's taking a breather and misses the hook. That's a darn shame from him, and he just needs to breathe on him at this point to finish him off, but he's not going to push his luck. TwoEasy soon coming up on a whole hog. They'll send the self-destruct in right away. Oh, goodness. That was a little scary, taking Fact Fiction into the wall, though, and oh, he is very hurt. He's got the biotic grenade on himself, and he will go down. Torque is cleaning up all of these kills at the moment. Fact Fiction, Raucus, both down 2 of the backbones of the FaZe team. Torque is still going. 3 for him in total in this fight. I think maybe even 4 as ShaDowBurn gets Nicholas, but that's not going to be enough, my friends, as CompLexity dominating that stage of Nepal.
Has to step in and control this if they want to take it home.
And they have used a lot of ults here. In fact, all of the ults that they had. ShaDowBurn with the self-destruct has gotten Torque and Hardblue. JKW responds by getting Raucus, and FaZe, though, seem to solidify control of the point here. Is a nano boost themselves, and CompLexity is going to use both of those ultimates that I was just speaking of. FaZe, though, still getting the better of this fight so far. Here comes an Earth Shatter and nano boost on the side of FaZe as well, and they seem to be cleaning up all the players on the point. There's only one left. That's Nicholas. And now it has got to be FaZe that is getting back on here. It is 99-99 as CompLexity takes control of it. Zom's desperately trying to get in. He goes down. It is TwoEasy on the point. Sound barrier comes out from CompLexity. That should surely secure it for them. Indeed it will, and they take a 2-0 lead here. Falling for FaZe, so CompLexity do have that one player advantage, and ShaDowBurn's just getting melted by Hardblue at the moment, finally finding safety on top of the point, but Hardblue is at high charge, and you need to be careful, but FaZe is still holding strong here on this point. CompLexity did get control of it. TwoEasy using the whole hog. He gets a nano boosting, actually getting charged. JKW had a nano boost himself, tried to use his Earth Shatter, but didn't quite get it off. FaZe regained control of this point, only allowed using that Graviton, actually on both sides, and Fact Fiction charges in. He has the Earth Shatter if he needs it. FaZe with a 1-player advantage in this fight right here. The Dragon Blade did come out from ShaDowBurn, didn't find any direct kills. I'm sure he got quite a bit of damage off with it, though. Zombs 2 for himself, and FaZe are looking much better on this stage of Nepal here. Who was the first victim here? It looks as though FaZe are going to come out on top of this one and be able to put a notch in their belt for a round win as they just clean CompLexity, rinse them on this point using any ultimate that they had to make sure they solidified that win.
Similar to a Sound Barrier or a Transcendence in particular.
Right, and if CompLexity use it at the right time, there's nothing on FaZe to necessarily shut it down. There's no Diva out on the field, but FaZe are still coming out on top of this fight. Zoms with, oh the goodness, the Graviton. He will use that and just allow the rest of his team to do work, and it's just going to be Nicholas in, and FaZe will get control of this point yet again.
Usually uses for the pushback mechanic on its own, but here comes Nanoblade.
Here it is, ShaDowBurn looking to do some work. It's go time for him. 2 already, and FaZe will be able to hang on quite easily there as the Nanoblade was able to keep FaZe and control the point. Roadhog battles Sound Barrier coming out on both sides to make sure they stay up. Nice Earth Shatter from JKW. Oh! He gets hooked. Oh my goodness, how did he not fall into the pit? What happened? Oh man, I thought he was dead meat for sure. But he's still alive nonetheless, and he's trying to get rid of Fact Fiction, who stays alive, and I think that will keep FaZe alive as well, as it's Hardblue and JoeMeister on the point. They're trying to do whatever they can, even just to stall here, as FaZe is at 99%. But
does that Graviton just get swallowed?
No, Diva was right there. He tried shooting it into the ground, but still the defense matrix was right on top of them. We've seen that time and time again here in the Winter Premiere, specifically yesterday, and here comes Dragon Blade out of ShaDowBurn. He cleans up on 2 players, Nicholas and Shake, both going down. Hardblue trying to bring them back into the fight as he uses the whole hog, and I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with that whole hog. There was a Transcendence used from Shake, and here's ShaDowBurn. Waited till that Transcendence was over to use his Tac Visor so he can make sure that he's doing optimal damage. Another EMP out from CompLexity. FaZe found at least 3 kills in the middle of that fight, 3 or 4. Now Hardblue, who is trying to work his way back out, has got a lot of bodies in his face. Kind of initiate on this fight, start things off, and here's an Earth Shatter out from JKW. Fact Fiction getting absolutely melted right there. Shake, Hardblue all finding kills. Hardblue with the whole hog gets 2 for himself and a whole lot of damage to boot. And it's just Forsaken on the card, just trying to delay it as long as he could and not make himself known. But in the end, CompLexity will be able to cap this point off, and now they could certainly do some damage with that. This is a corner where a lot of teams have had trouble in the past. There'll be a self-destruct coming on in. Transcendence used, a lot of ultimates being burnt on both sides, but that Nano Blade is in full gear from ShaDowBurn. He only managed to find one with it, though, as he took down JoeMeister. And he's just sitting in the back at the moment behind CompLexity, and Nicholas is still going to work the hook from Hardblue. There's a lot of them, in fact, but they have to buy a little bit of time until that happens. Self-destruct goes in to initiate for CompLexity, and Raucus is the first to go down, thanks to JKW. And still, we're waiting on ultimates on the side of FaZe. There is going to be a Dragon Blade up, and they have it ready to go. ShaDowBurn will pop it off to see maybe what he can find. No, he gets absolutely nothing with it. Torque has got himself 3 kills here as well. On to Fact Fiction. He gets put to sleep though. Oh no, he's woken up. ShaDowBurn was able to get 2 for himself as well. So FaZe are finding the kills that they need right here. They're getting everybody at the moment. It's just JoeMeister left alive. Zoms takes care of him swiftly. They start to initiate here. Earthshatter comes out on both sides. Fact Fiction getting a few inside of that one. He gets the nano boost on top of it. There was a graviton. He's just swinging away at everything. There's a counter graviton that's going to come out here and put them in the middle of it. Maybe came out a little bit too late.
I know that's going to be big.
It's an Earthshatter from JKW. He gets a nano boost. Fact Fiction has his Earthshatter as well, and there's going to be a nano boost. Oh, there's a self-destruct as well. ShaDowBurn's going to lay it in. That's 3 in total for him. That is exactly what FaZe needed. Full-out team wipe. They should be able to bring this one on home and get all points captured for himself. JKW falling as well. Both tanks out of it. What a hook from TwoEasy, taking JoeMeister right out of the fight there. He still managed to stay alive and keep the tac visor going, but still, he brought him off the high ground. There's going to be the ultimate out from Torque, but it's not enough in the end. FaZe is able to cap the first point.
They're letting loose the whole hog.
Here we go. There's going to be all sorts of ultimates, a chorus of them. FaZe are coming out on top of the fight yet again. CompLexity can't get them to stop moving that cart now, or they are going to be
that's the hook.
A lot of trouble. There you go, Hardblue. He's got 2 for himself. Forsaken taken out of the fight. Finally, CompLexity shuts it down, but in the end, FaZe still has pushed it quite a long way. And Nicholas
in the back line, but nobody really capitalizing. And in fact, Fiction's going to have to get out, but that Earthshatter was a huge miss.
I think pretty much nothing on that. Hardblue is going to start it off, though. Got Raucus, but the nano boost was given off in time for FaZe before he died, and FaZe have found themselves 2. Torque and Shaker down. This is bad news. Torque had the EMP as well, but he wasn't able to use it in time, and this could be just about it for CompLexity here, and I think we are going to be seeing a 3rd and final map unless somebody can pull off a miraculous hold. There is going to be a graviton down. Nicholas is trying to stall as long as possible, and can Tracer make it to the point in time? No!
It's online. It looks like they're just picking their moment, and here it comes, Nano Blade.
A Nano Blade is out from ShaDowBurn. 2 so far for him, hunting down those supports in the backline. That's beautiful. And he came right back in the right click to finish off Nicholas. See you later.
I believe that's called a coup de grace.
Raucus as well to send FaZe forward as they use the graviton. Zoms does TwoEasy. He's able to get a couple for himself, and FaZe solidifying their hold right here as CompLexity can no longer find the ground. There's not enough time for any of the CompLexity players to get back. There's no one to stop it. Actually, there might be. Oh no, JKW was hiding in the alley. He was going to go for the charge onto the cart.
Here we go, ShaDowBurn just about ready for his Nano Blade. And there it goes.
Yes, here he comes. ShaDowBurn and Zoms have already found 1 apiece. ShaDowBurn with 2 for himself. Make that 3 for ShaDowBurn. All that much ground at the moment. There is going to be a graviton used on the side of FaZe, getting a lot of bodies caught up inside of it. TwoEasy takes down JKW. In fact, Fiction should be finished off here. Yes, ShaDowBurn used his Dragon Blade, and he's slicing and dicing. Got Nicholas. Zoms finds 2 for himself. This might be it from them, and here comes a whole hog from TwoEasy, keeping them out. That is all FaZe right there, taking the series against CompLexity on Kings Row even. For the 3rd and final map. Not what I was expecting.
No, out of the entire map pool, CompLexity takes the control point.